medicina del alma y del corazón. Otra vez vienes buscando los brazos que calman tus penas y alivian dolor. Otra vez vuelves buscando ese tonto que siempre te acepta sin condición. Otra vez vuelves sabiendo que hay alguien quien quiere quererte, quien quiere tu amor. Otra vez vuelvo a caer en tu trampa, pensando que ahora me querrás de verdad. Otra vez sigo viviendo esta mentira de nuestro amor. Otra vez vuelvo con mi cariño a juntar los pedazos de tu corazón para que otro, cuando te alivies, disfrute tus besos, disfrute tu amor.
One of Moss, man, back on the New Mexico Radio Talk Show.com. Glad to be back. We got Mary Ellen back with us tonight. What's going on, Mary Ellen?
Not much. I was over here jamming out with that music. Oh my gosh. Makes me
an
want to
intro,
go
man.
out.
Exactly,
I
man.
know. First, that was Conjunto Diferencia. And then who was it after that?
A la máquina de Stampede otra vez, man.
Oh, it sounded amazing. Me dieron ganas de salir.
Hey, man, I want to give a big shout out, man, to DJ Eddie Paz and the whole crew out there, man, at Risky Roads, man. They were on our show last night, man, the whole crew. DJ Eddie Paz and Paz Productions, man, they were on our show last night. We got shows every week, man, and we got great guests and great talent. Just to name a few, man. Man. We got a few shows this coming week, man. I just added one to the calendar for Monday, man. I got to work on the flyer tonight, so I'm gonna be really, really busy tonight. So do not call me, all right? No, just kidding. I answer all the calls. I got time for everybody, man. We got Zaylene coming into the show on Monday, and then we got Tarasco Tropical, which is a band that Rev Ray had put me on to. So we got them on Tuesday. And then we got Grupo Generacion. I just got off the phone with them before we got on our show with our special guest tonight, which is on Wednesday. We got Grupo Generacion on Wednesday. Get to talk about their new music, their shows coming up. And then we got Michael Longoria and Conjunto Jam, man, on a Thursday, man, on a triple Tejano Thumping Throwback Thursday for you guys, all right? That just sums it up. And then we got TJ Gonzalez. We got Ardasa on the 1st of October. We got Belen Ruby on the 2nd. We got on Andrea Vasquez. Man, we got so many interviews coming up. I want to give a shout out to Lupe Longoria Munoz, Sunflower Rodriguez. They're both checking in from Hot Tejano. We got Conjunto Ben out there.
Hi,
San Antonio, man, is in the house, man. I want to welcome in a good friend of mine, man. This guy is the best guy ever, man. He's humble. I think he's been around the block numerous times, right, man? He's on Valvisión TV.
What happened?
Staff that let him come on and him taking some time out of his busy schedule to come and talk a little bit about what he does in the industry. I want to welcome in the talented, man. This guy is talented, man. I want to welcome in Nino Brown, our special guest. Nino Brown, what's going on, brother?
Hey, what's up? How you doing,
Welcome,
man?
welcome.
Thank you. How's everybody doing? Good.
Hey, man, you got a lot of fans out there, man. You got Conjunto Ben checking in.
Yes.
You got Lupe Longoria Munoz says hope all is well. Y'all's from Lupillo and Sunflowers Rodriguez at Hot Tejano. And we got our number one follower, number one listener. We got David Vela. He's a San Antonio out there.
I'm familiar, Mr. Vela. How you doing, David? How are you, man?
He says, hello, hen dog, Mary Ellen. And look who we got in the house, man. We got DJ Eddie Paz Productions in the house, man. Says, thanks for having me on last night. You got it, brother. You're always welcome on our show, man.
Cesar Chavez and his beautiful friend in the house, Amarillo, Texas, putting them on the Real Podcast Latino show. Okay.
Wow, man.
It's impressive. That's Cesar Chavez.
That's right. We got Marta
Gavino,
Sanchez a la máquina. We got Garvino Promociones is in the house.
thank
Oh
you
man, we
for
got a lot of
joining
people checking
us.
in. And look who we got. We got Isabel Peña is in the
Hey,
house, man.
that's my work, mija. How are you, mija?
Oh, awesome.
Yeah,
Everybody's watching you tonight.
appreciate it. Thank you so much
We
for the
got our moderator in
invitation.
the house. We got Rita Castillo all the way from Mexicali in the house. What's going on, man? We got a lot of people checking in. I'm going off right here off of my phone right here real quick, Nino. I know a lot of
Yeah,
people are not popping up. We got Marta Sanchez, Araceli Navarro. We got Rachel Antilon in the house. We got Valley Vision TV who's checking in.
of course,
We
that's the
got
boss. Yeah.
we got
Wow.
David Dominguez checking in. We got Johnny J. Martinez. We got Frankie y su conjunto diferencia checking in, man. What's going on, man? Bienvenidos. Happy
Goodness, everybody's
Thursday,
on.
man.
So Nino, can you tell us for the people that aren't familiar, can you just give us a little bit background on, how you got started in the music industry and
Sure. Well, first and foremost, thank you for having me again. As you mentioned, I don't really do podcasts; it's not my thing. But Hen Dog and I go back, so he's good people.
yes.
So I said, okay, I'll do that. So cool. Thank you for having me, and thank you for everybody who's logging in New Mexico. Hello, New Mexico, and your radio show. Muchísimas gracias por estar conmigo esta noche. Thank you so much. How I got started, man. Where do I start? I'm a bar guy. I'm bars and clubs. 35 years of my life, man. In
Wow.
San Antonio and Austin. I'm gonna give you some Tejano Rodeo, Tejano Texas, Desperados, Tejano Rose.
Oh my
I
goodness.
I started in radio. I cut my teeth at a little station that you might know. It's called KEDA, Jalapeno,
Ah,
1540. I started there doing midnight.
yes.
Just have always loved music and wanted to do that. And I got in with Tejano radio at Queda, and then I moved over to KXTN, the powerhouse here in San Antonio. Did radio for a couple of years there. I jumped over to Top 40, did KTFM here in San Antonio, Top 40 hip hop station.
Wow.
Been to Austin, been to San Antonio,
Oh
and
my
I've bars and
goodness.
clubs. DJ back and forth on 6th Street, San Antonio. So I've done a bunch of things. You name it, I've probably done it. And we'll get in. If you ask me, I'll ask you whatever you want. No questions or off limits. I'm an open book through the email. So, but been doing Tejano for a long time. I've introduced a lot of bands. I'm familiar with a lot of artists. Been familiar with them and fortunate enough to bring them on and off a bunch of stages and just llevándola bien con toda mi gente. I mean, I'm like you said, I'm just a chill dude, man. Just ask what you want. I'm here. So thanks.
Oh my goodness, you've done a lot. And a lot of people don't realize that not only like when you're DJing at a radio station, it's not just DJ. A lot of times you're doing community stuff and,
Oh, yeah.
there's a lot of other things involved,
Mhm.
not just going to go, 4 hours a day or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And
It's a
hitting the play
lot.
button.
Exactly.
Oh God, no, yeah. Let me just preface this. When I say DJing, like when I'm DJing at the bar club, I'm talking records, okay? Vinyl, 12-inch singles, Technique turntables. Nowadays, and no, I get the technology now. I'm cool with technology. I get it.
Uh-huh.
Pushing a button here and there, the things that they're doing with music now is awesome. Pero yo, desde el principio, you're mixing, you're digging in your crates and you're doing. So I'm an OG guy. So when I say I was doing that, yeah.
I bet you got a lot of crates, right? When you
I
go
do.
DJ.
I gave you this background because it's kind of like my little studio work, my little practice section. But you can see in front of me, I got them all right there. So yeah.
I know there's a lot of changes, huh? In those 30 years or something
yeah.
like that.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And you have an impressive background.
Thank you.
So where are you from originally? San Antonio?
Born and raised in San Antonio, but I've been all over the world, man. Done a lot. What's that song? Been around the world, and I've done a lot of things in the world with my career choices and my travels. I've worked with the Spurs. I work with the Globetrotters.
Oh my goodness.
I'm an actor. I've been a sheriff. I'm in the boxing. I've done morning show. I'm a Persian Gulf War veteran. I've done a lot. Ask me anything you want.
Oh
We could
my
go on and on. I've
gosh.
done so many things. So yeah, definitely.
That is amazing. An incredible history.
Yeah.
So, and where do you see yourself maybe in the next 5 or 10 years doing the same DJing and that, or is there something you'd like to do
Yeah.
that you haven't already done?
I've kind of done a lot of stuff, and I'm not trying to be like,
Yes.
but
Uh-huh.
I've done a lot, right? But In the next 5 years, Diosito queriendo, I'm retired now. I have my military retirement, so I'm chilling. I don't necessarily have
Right.
to do anything, but it's cool to be retired because now you can take a step back and do and take your time with whatever you want to move forward to. Porque en vez de estás trabajando and you're like, man, if I
Right.
had time, I would do this. Well, the Lord has blessed me to be able to be financially stable and retire. So I've
Yeah.
started doing more ring announcing. I've done some boxing promotions.
Okay.
I'm looking to get into ring announcing, making play-by-play, color commentary in the sports world. I've made some
Uh-huh.
headway with a lot of contacts that I've made before. So in the next 5 years, I probably would want to continue doing what I'm doing. I'm at Valavision TV. The show is called, shameless plug, right? The shameless called Noticias con Nino. And it's on Valavision
Okay.
TV. It's on your Roku channel, Apple. You can get it all on the App Store. And fundamentally, what the show is about us. Nuestra
Uh-huh.
cultura, nuestra gente, nuestra comida, nuestra música, a little bit of everything about us in
Oh,
our show. So
that's
I highlighted San Antonio surrounding areas just to kind of show the good stuff. You want bad news? Go check out the news. But on
right.
on my show, it's all positive. So yeah,
Very good. I'm glad. I love to see that when
definitely.
you're promoting the Tejano culture or the
Mhm.
um and also it makes the city look good,
Oh yeah,
the whole city when
yeah.
you do stuff like that, promoting I'm I'm right there with you. It's like I want to be able to retire so I can do what I really want to do.
That's how it
It's
works, right? That's how it works.
yes. Yeah, I'm a late bloomer, so I started really late, but I really enjoy what I do in the music. So
Definitely, definitely.
hopefully,
It's fortunate, and I don't listen. Me cae tan gordo when
Mhm.
people say you tell them, "Oh, I'm retired." Oh, it must be nice. I'm like, no, bro. No, I worked very hard to get to where I'm at. So don't give me that must be nice stuff. I worked my butt off to do this.
Uh-huh, that's
And
right. That's
poquito de
right.
envidia. Hey, not my fault. You're out there in the bars and clubs spending money. I'm saving my chips over here. So yeah, yeah.
That's awesome. So you still a DJ at some of the clubs then, or what?
No, I kind of stepped away from that. I've been
Yeah.
asked many, many times, and I don't mind if it's like a podcast. If it's like a special event or algo
Right.
que me cae, you know what, I'm going to take part of that or I want to do that. I'll go out there and 9 out of 10 times I hit one of my DJ buddies, and I've got a ton of them. They all, hit me up.
Hmm.
I'll go MC or I'll spin for a little bit, but it has to be something that I really, again, I don't
Believe in.
have to. Yeah, I don't have to, but it's got to be something. If it's for a function or a benefit or whatever, then I'm cool with that and I'll do that. But on the regular, nah. Aquí en la casa, I'm a homebody now. I mean, when you've been in the bars and clubs for so long,
I
you
know,
don't want to
right?
just be at the house. So I'm a homebody now. I just chill out. But every once in a while, vez en cuando, sí.
And we have Joe Avila checking in. Saludos from the Texas Conjunto Hall of Fame
Hey, San
Museum
Benito.
from
Yeah,
San Benito. Yes.
yeah,
So he
awesome,
says saludos to everybody.
awesome.
Wow, we got big people in the house tonight, man. A la máquina.
Stephen Martinez checked in
Oh,
also.
yes, my buddy Steve, Big Steve. I went to
Uh,
school, Steve. What's up, man? How are you?
yeah, you have everybody. You have a fan club.
I like to think so. I like to think so, and hopefully they don't get out.
Head coach in the house, man. That's what's up. Rudy Alvarez checking in. Welcome aboard,
Wow.
man.
Yeah,
A lot of different people on here. That's
awesome. Thank you so
awesome.
much.
Thank
Appreciate it.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's all on you. Okay, Nino.
All right, all right.
And,
I'll take
and
it. I'll take it. Okay.
So Nino, do you still do some little presentations and announcements still, or
I do. I've done stuff here locally in San Antonio for the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. I've DJ'd and hosted their Christmas parties.
Mhm.
I've hosted special events. They had an award ceremony a couple of years back. And I get the call and I go out there and, I'm all suited up and, don't misunderstand. There's just like you have a work voice and a work person and you have a home person. Let's
Right.
be honest. So I can be hey, how are you doing? Fantastic. Thank you for joining us at the San Antonio Chamber of Commerce. Do that. But don't get it twisted, man. I know that life too. I'm trying to stay away from that. But I know about that life too. But so just not get it
You gotta
twisted.
switch it off. You gotta
Yeah,
switch it
let me
off.
turn it on and off. But it's just about being you and being cool and being cool. But I've done that. I've hosted a couple events.
Mhm.
Again, before I forget, Happy Hispanic Heritage Month, right? This is
Oh,
how we represent Mexicanos and Hispanics. So happy
that's
Hispanic
right.
Heritage Month.
yes?
I forgot. I was going to start off with that, but se me pasó. But at this point in time, I'm at the point where in my life where I've always given back to my community, tried to give back to my community. I grew up without giving up too much away. Not a lot of cheerleading going on in my house. You know what I mean? Pretty rough. And everybody has a story. Mine is no different or special than anybody else's. But
Exactly.
that being said, I know that life. I know what it's like to not have and to be just struggling. So, una gente en veces cuando ves a alguien que está fallando, you want to help because you know that feeling and you know that life. So,
Of course.
I get back to the community and I go to YMCA's. I go to schools. When I was with the Spurs organization, you go to schools, high schools, and kind of elementary schools. And I was the mascot assistant. I'd help him out, and I'm there with the balls and doing my thing. So, I've always been a person who wants to give back to people because where I grew up, it was not a good place, and I knew at a very early age what I did not want to be or what I did not want to become in my life, and that kind of changed to everybody's pobrecito. No, it was what it was, but seeing what I saw and knowing what I know, kind of directed me to what, I'm not going back to that. I know what that's about now, so
Exactly.
I got to get out of that. So in your mind, Diosito guiding me, right? It's been a very positive experience. I've had my scrapes and my bruises or whatever. Don't get it twisted, but it's about your mentality and where you want to go. So I always try to give back and help out, especially the kids. If I had someone at my age going through what I was going through, I would want someone like me, bro.
Exactly.
You're good, I got you, pick you up. So I kind of focus on that. Just community stuff. That's the Valavision channel with Noticias con Nino. Go to the community and highlight people who are doing positive things, men,
That's
women,
right.
whatever. So that's kind of what I'm focused on now. But no, if something should pop up, there's a boxing event or something or an announcing event. But that's kind of where I'm at right now.
Would you say, hit me up? Hit me.
Yeah, just hit up your boy.
Yeah.
I got this, man. Let me know. Yeah.
I'm sure there's a lot of stuff like that going on in San Antonio.
How do we come in contact, man?
I'm sorry, you were both talking.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Mary. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Hen dog.
Okay, somebody.
Somebody frozen over there? No. I said, how did you meet Hen Dog? How did we? I mean, how did I meet Nino, man?
Third person Hen Dog. I was doing a morning show at the K Alamo 98.9 and 92.1. Shouts out to Lopez Broadcasting.
There you go.
I was doing mornings there. And was it Taz? I think Taz was doing the shift after me.
Exactly. Yes.
And shouts out to Taz, good people, him and his wife. They got a great show. Tune into them. He was going to cover my shift, and like he always would. He just te la pasas when you do radio, you kind of hand the reins over and you give him, hey, I did this is doing this or whatever. And nomás un día, ahí estaba y entraste tú con, it was a big old red glittery jacket. And I thought, what's up with this?
He knows how to make an entrance.
Had the bright red shoes, and I thought, okay, and it's like 10 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, this dude, I didn't know that you were coming in from New Mexico. So I thought, okay, cool. And nomás hablando contigo and talking to Taz, you were doing a show, or I'm sure there was a promotion or something going on. And I saw it, and I thought, okay, cool. So on my way home on the drive, I got in the Benz and I'm driving. And I'm listening, like, okay, cool. So I kind of got to know you like that. That was the first time. That wasn't the first time I've seen you, but that's the first time I saw you at the station. And then, as I mentioned before, we did a community event. It was called Sangre por Arte. It was the 30th anniversary of the Blood In, Blood Out movie that they did in San Antonio. And Jesse Borrega, I've known Jesse for a little bit, and Jesse was there and giving his talk, and he was there DJing the event. Shirley was there. Shouts out to Little Miss Dynamite. Dez was there. All of her artists were there.
Exactly. Yes.
And I saw him again. I said, hey, what's up, bro? And he said, hey, what's up? So we talked about stuff, worked on some sounds, and worked on what was going to happen. That was the second time I saw him. And then come to find out, we were running the same circles, same group of friends. When you're in this industry, it's such a small niche industry. Todos se conocen de una vez o de una
Exactly.
persona, right? So I saw him there again. And then come to find out we know a lot of the same people. And then the last time I saw him was at the award show over at the Tobin. And I didn't even know he was going to be spinning there that night. We had meetings prior to the show, and they wanted a DJ. And I was like, well, just get the KLMO guys to do like a red carpet or whatever. So we're setting it all up. I'm in those meetings, and someone said, well, I want Hen Dog. And I thought, Hen Dog, like New Mexico Hen Dog? And Dave's like, yeah, like, bro, the one myself, este vato va a manejar hasta Texas to come all the way down. But it was, if it was me, it was worthwhile. So. And there we are, and we're kind of running rehearsals and setting everything up. And There he is again. I thought, this dude again, bro. What's so, but and talking to him and kind of we have the same people again, same kind of ethics, same kind of love for Tejano music, love for La Onda, and that's when he asked me, "Hey man, would you mind?" I'm like, sure. And I didn't tell him about not doing podcasts, but like I said, like vamos bien, Leon de aquella. So I thought, sure, I'll do it. So here we are, and that's kind of how I met Hen Dog. But good people, man. It's shouts out to you. I'm not trying to be a what's the word like I'm better or whatever, but you come a long way to do what you do. You got your podcast, so you come all the way from New Mexico to come down and do some stuff here, which is the capital of the Onda Tejano, right? Let's don't get it twisted.
Right.
So shouts out to you, man. That's another reason. Someone who has passion like that wants to do what they want to do and believes in that. I mean, you gotta love that. So much love for that. So cool.
Yes.
No, we're striving and trying, man, and it's like people like you guys, man, that we look up to, man, who's been doing it for 20 plus, 30 plus. And,
I appreciate it, man.
We're not the best at what we do, man, but we try to get it out there, try to get the information to the people, and the most important, man, but we try to support everybody, man, and try to support all these artists, and it's cool because, like, look, I mean, you're not, I mean, yeah, I mean, us DJs, we're artists también too. We got to keep the crowd.
That's right.
So I mean,
yeah.
So we have everybody on our show, man. We like having everybody come on our shows, man, and just having a good time, man. And but what caught my eye to you, Nino, is I've heard a lot of voiceovers that you've done, and then I seen you live at the Tobin Center.
Oh yeah,
and just like so professional, man. Like, how cool is it, man? I mean, there's times where you're probably behind the mic and behind the curtain, making those announcements, and it's very professional, man. You have the talent and you have the voice for it, man.
I appreciate it. Thank you, man. That comes with years of practice. Trust me, it wasn't overnight. So it's years and years of experience doing all kinds of events. I've done TTMAs. I've done, again, boxing. I've done wrestling. I've done just about everything with my voice. I've always been able to make my money with my voice because God gave me this face. I can only do what I can do with this face. Right? So I got to use my voice to tell you what I am. But I pride myself on being professional. And something that you touched on, I want to circle back with that. In this industry, especially in this industry, man, it's so cutthroat, and it's a shame. It's called the crab effect, right? One crab tries to get out, and the other crab pulls them back in. Especially in this industry, man, you have to support. Don't hate with them, man. If someone's doing, let them, bro. You don't have to comment. You don't have to hate on them. Just, okay, bro, you're gonna go down that road. Go for it, man. If I can help, I'll help you. And the objective is to reciprocate and give that back. If Hen Dog's doing something, great, Hen Dog, I got you. If I'm doing something, it's such a small niche, and Mexicano así es. I mean, it's so unfortunate. I could tell you stories of groups that I've seen and know firsthand about. It's just a lot of groups that just hate. And I think lately, it's in Londa. I think it's the new versus the old. And what I mean by that is there's a lot of new artists that are coming out, and much love to them. But it's like, well, that's the old stuff. Let's bring in some new stuff. I'm cool with that. I get that. But let's not forget where we come from. It's the artists who set the tone and set the pace for these young people to come through and do that. And I get that. Like, that's another thing. And I'm gonna catch heck for this. But listen, there's a difference between new music and good music. Let's not get that twisted. Just because you're a new artist and you think the song is good because Mama said I could sing, so I know I can sing. No, bro, you can't. So if the bar is here with the Tejano music with these old cats and the new cats want to come on board, at least match that bar, get a little bit behind, but don't be way down here with a song and a must. No, I mean, let's be honest. I'm an advocate for that. If it's going to be good, if I had a podcast or I'm going to spin a song, I'm going to play a good record. I'm not going to play trash because it's trash, and I won't be difficult and be like, hey, man, that song sucks. I'm not going to say that. I just would kind of veer away from doing that. A lot of people, especially artists, little egos and attitudes. Well, I don't care what you say. Okay, great, bro. Keep it pushing over there, but you're not going to get no play here. You know what I mean? And I think that's something that these new cats need to realize. Let's make good music, not just throw trash and hit it on the floor and see what happens. No, bro. Let's keep that standard. I had a conversation the other day with Louis A.G. Love his song. Jerry Hobbs, Te Juro. Alicia C. I love her. I love Alicia. Shouts out to Alicia. She had a song called Todo. Love that record. Mr. Teddy Martinez, Que Paz Descanse, Brujerada. I mean, those records like that are new artists that I can feel. But, bro, Que Tristeza, La Mancha. I mean, El Sapo. I mean, there's a lot of so many artists and records that you can come to learn and take from. Everybody borrows and everybody takes a little bit, pero aprende de eso, aprende las cosas que tiramos y te la damos. Take it and run with it. Don't just
Exactly.
throw it out there for the heck of it. You know what I mean? So I want to encourage all these new artists that you have to come on board and to do your very best and take criticism for what it is, because no one's trying to tirarte la sal or whatever, throwing to the bus. It's just trying to help you. They're trying to help you get
Exactly.
that level.
You have to learn how to take that,
Yes.
that. Exactly.
Yeah, definitely.
I have a couple of artists that I work with, Kicker Daddy Legacy and Jesse Perez y sus compadres alegres, and especially Kicker Daddy Legacy. He says, I'm not going to put out anything that I don't feel is the best.
Exactly.
Yeah,
definitely.
It might not be the best to everybody because everybody has their own style.
True.
But it's going to be good quality what he puts out, and it just may not be your type of of
my
music.
comments these comments are just strictly my comments. If you like it, hey, you like it. You know what I mean? So,
exactly.
If you're out there doing it, then go for it and do it. So
and never stop learning. You
never stop learning. Definitely. Yeah.
Yes, that's
I'm an OG.
thing.
I'm an OG out here. I'm still learning. I'm still learning. I'm an OG cat. I'm still learning. So, yeah.
That's right. Let's see. Rennie Roland is so cool. That's Kicker Daddy Legacy right there.
Okay.
Viva Country Roland. So that was Rennie Roland is a grandson of Country Roland.
Okay. Cool.
So
Well, shout out to the new cats to do you again. Encouragement. Just keep on luchando, and you're gonna have doors that are shut. Let me tell you something, man. Coming up, especially as a DJ and a radio personality, radio broadcasting, a lot of people are going to gatekeep. They're going to tell you that you can't, you won't, or even though you're the best person for an opportunity, okay, then they're going to give it to them. And even though they may not be better than you, because that's your goal, you can take care of it. And I get that. That's just kind of the lay of the land.
Yes.
Don't get discouraged by that, man. If that door doesn't open, God's going to open another door, so don't worry about it. Just keep moving forward. It took me a long time to move forward. You get frustrated and you're mad, and man, I'm better than this dude, or I know this. Hey, man, stay in your lane. You go down 35, I'll go down 10, and eventually I'm going to win like you're going to win. So just encourage you to do it. Continue to do you. Yeah, definitely.
Yes, and being a promoter, it's like you do get a lot of doors closed, in front of you, when you're trying to get these bands or whatever. You just got to keep trying, one of these days you're going to call them right at the right time or something that they're looking for somebody. So don't give up.
Yeah. And I've been fortunate enough to know, especially with, when I did Top 40 Radio in San Antonio, KTFM was Powerhouse Station. Some of the program directors and music directors, they'll have a song from an artist that's a well-known artist, and okay, this is a single that they're going to push, and you push that single, and it's okay, but a song from the same artist that they didn't push as a single, you put that out, and you're like, wow, that's a way better song than this one. Mm-hmm. Just like Tejano, you might think that the accordion bass record's going to do great, but you come in the bajo bass or whatever, the ranchero or what is way better than the song you thought. So my point is, you never know. You could think that song's the hit on your record or your track or your album. Come to find out, this one over here, that's the best one. So, la gente tejana muy finicky. They like what they like, and they're not going to accept anything that's it. You have to realize that. Cater to your crowd. Just as a DJ, N-Dog knows. It's not about me playing music for me. If I'm at a quince or I'm at a wedding, I'm not going to play what I want to play. I'm going to play for them because you're hired to play for them. And a lot of DJs make that mistake. I'm just going to play this record because I like it. Well, bro, what are you paying yourself? Play for your crowd. A lot of people don't get that.
Yes.
Another piece of advice I could give. So yeah, I'm just here to give advice. I'm OG.
Exactly. That's good. We need that.
Yeah.
Maria Linda Mabry says, hello, Hendog, Mary Ellen, and Nino. Great show. Saludos from San Antonio.
Thank you, Maria Linda. Appreciate you. Thank you all. Thank you all for your comments. I see Big Dave. I see Martinez. I see Izzy. Mija Izzy, who was on. I want to talk about her for a little bit. I want to talk about Valavision if I could.
Yes, of course.
It's on Roku. It's a Roku channel. Shouts out to Ray and Roy Valadez. They have a ton of shows. Izzy has a show called Pura Calidad, and she plays videos as interviews with artists on her show. Rosana Rosana is on there. She has a show called La Patrona, and she talks about the same thing, except in they're based out of Dallas, in the Dallas Fort Worth area. So she does the same thing over there, talking to dignitaries and people who are making a difference. For example, the show is about there's a lot of people who are trying to come in to our country and come to Texas or whatever, and they're not English speaking, they're Spanish speaking. So there's people who are trying to take advantage of them and say, hey, look, well, you got to fill out this paperwork. And because they don't speak the language, you have to pay me and I'll help you do this. Well, one of the shows that Rosana had was, listen, you don't have to pay for that. That's a free service that we provide to you. So, nomás ayudando a nuestra gente, nuestra cultura para que sepan, you know,
exactly.
So, both of those shows are great. My show, Noticias con Nino, again, we have a 24-hour streaming show that we're trying to get on board with them. So it's up and coming. It's new, but it's not new. So if you can, VolavisionTV.com, go check us out. We're all there. So shout out to my coworkers. Love you guys. Thank you.
I am definitely going to look it up because I want to watch some of those shows.
Definitely. Thank you.
Yes.
No, I do catch you, Nino, and I do catch Izzy when she does hers. She sends me the tags, and
Awesome.
I love what y'all are doing for Velavision TV, man, and big shout out to the owners, man, for making time for you to come on our
Ray,
show, man. And
Ray and Roy Valanis, they actually reached out to me. It was tell you that story. We were up there doing they have a segment called La Cia, right? And what that is they get artists that it's like a black room and it's like a light here, and they have a chair and the artist sits down on the chair, and the question will pop up on the screen, like, you know, what's your favorite, whatever, and you'll see it, and then the artist will go back to the artist and they'll answer the question. So it's kind of a cool segment that they have there. We were doing a segment that they had done a bunch of those, and they had a Christmas special that was coming on, so they were going to bring all the artists that they did for a Christmas special. I went up there with my buddy Danny. Shouts out to Danny Ramos, Uncle Danny, my director buddy, and he was going to host it with Izzy. And come to find out, they needed a voice, and I happened to be there. I went with Danny for the ride, and next thing you know, I was the voiceover for that show, and the show came out great. It was Monica Saldivar. It was El Mero Mero Gato Negro.
Oh, wow.
It was Jenny B, and Izzy and Danny hosted it, so I got to voice it over. And next thing you know, I get a call from the guys, hey, man, would you be interested in kind of doing something? I'm like, sure, let's talk. So hablamos, and ta-da, Noticias con Nino was here. So it was awesome. Shout out to those guys.
That is amazing. See, you were just at the right place at the right time. And that's how this came about.
Sometimes that's what happens. God puts you in places that he wants you to be, and that's exactly what that was. So yeah.
That is so true. That's true.
Izzy told me to tell you that you can find us on Facebook. You can find us on Facebook, Valavision TV. So thank you, Izzy.
Yes,
she got my
thank
back.
you.
She got my back.
And do you have any things coming up, Nino? Any shows or anything that you're going to be doing here in the near future?
I've got a couple of things. Nothing that pans out, but I've done a couple of commercials. Hopefully you'll see me. I've done a University Health commercial that's out now. There's a Vita commercial that I was a part of. There might be a movie or two that's coming up with some friends. So I've done a bit of acting. I'm in a movie called The Margarita Man that was filmed here in San Antonio. Danny Trejo, Machete, Andrew Borrego, Pepe Serna. It's kind of a college-based movie where the guy looks at the girl, he gets the girl, he loses the girl, he gets a typical, story. But it's a real fun movie to do. I was thank you to Uncle Danny who got me in a little part in that movie. So I kind of taken some acting stuff, and I'm looking to move out along with my Noticias con Nino. I'm not pushing that aside. I really, really want to get back and highlight our community in San Antonio and surrounding areas, but that's a side thing. And then there's a gentleman that I'm talking to 2 days ago, as a matter of fact, that called me and rang my phone, and there might be some boxing stuff with from Golden Boy or some Mayweather promotions coming up. So, you don't want to jinx anything, but I've got some irons in the fire, so we'll see what happens.
Exactly.
So,
Very good. Very good. I'm sure that they'll come through for you.
I hope so. I hope, God willing, we'll see.
Hey, you got Uncle Danny Ramos in the house, man.
Danny's on there. Hey, Danny, Uncle Danny. Shout out to Danny. Yeah, appreciate it, man. I met Danny some years back. Knew his family. Real cool guy. He's a huge, big-time director. He's always busy doing stuff. That guy, you catch him, you're lucky. So he must have the night off. So he's on board. But just to prove, this guy's a director, man, and he's on supporting myself, supporting the show. That's the kind of guy Danny is, too. He's very much involved with the community and wants to give back. So Shout out to Uncle Danny. Love you, brother. Thank you, man.
Well, thank you for joining us, Danny.
Look at this. Joe Avila says, I just added Valivision TV.
Hey, thank you, Joe. Yeah, go on, check us out. Add it on there and check out. Just kind of, it's like a check it out. It's a one-stop shop over there. So check it out. So
That's wonderful. See, that's what we want to do here. It's like just want to promote the music, the people, and everything. Anything to make us, more knowledgeable. To spread awareness and all that.
And in New Mexico, I'm like, wow, I've never done a pod that's in New Mexico. Like I did like, again, I could name on one hand, just local stuff. You talk about Tejano stuff. I've done a wrestling one. I've done just about me, but New Mexico, that's another reason. I thought Hen Dog's in New Mexico. Like we can see whatever worldwide because we're on the net, but he's out of New Mexico. So shout out to my new discovered fans and whatever in New Mexico. Hello, nice to see you guys.
And we get people from all over too. We get people from California, from Idaho.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Awesome.
Yes.
Dallas, man. I mean, we get a lot of followers, man. We don't know how.
Just keep doing you, brother. Just keep doing you. Don't listen
Yes.
I always say, put the blinders on. You just focus on you and your show. Si algo tiene una chamba que es mejor que el tuyo, or you wanted something and they got it, hey man, shake their hand, congratulations, and keep pushing forward. That's their journey. You do your journey, because eventually, again, God willing, put you at the right place at the right time. You're gonna break through, and keep on. Don't get discouraged. You got to keep pushing forward. I mean, I'm an OG out here, and I'm an old cat, and again, many doors, but tienes que, and it's who we are, Mexicanos. We don't give up, bro. We just keep moving.
Right.
We got a lot of pride in our stuff, so we just keep moving forward, and it'll happen. I'm sure.
And Nino, if somebody wanted to book you for an event, rather if it's a DJ or going to do a voiceover, do some ring announcing, or doing some award shows, man, how can they get a hold of you, man?
On my socials, on Facebook, my email address, here's my email address. All right. Let me give you this one. Sammy Lee, SammyLee, the number 99 at yahoo.com. I'm more than happy to do something like that, especially if it's for nuestra gente, nuestra comunidad. I'm good with that. So on my socials, facebook.com, I'm on Insta, I'm on Facebook, I'm on TikTok, I'm on what is it? The yellow one. Snapchat. So I just got on Snapchat.
The yellow one.
Yeah.
I'm not really app savvy. My daughter just graduated from UTSA. She got a bachelor's degree, and she's more Mama, how do I? And she goes, let me see that. So she'll do it, and here you go. So I'm that guy, but I'm not there, but I'm not there either. So just catch me on my socials. I'm glad to help out in any way, shape, or form I can do that. So
yes, don't you just love social media now that you can get it all over? That is so awesome, and it just when I do a lot of music videos on my TikTok, and that's the main thing when I first started doing is I wanted to back then it was like Tejano's dead or whatever. So I was just trying to do my little part to try to, share the music and, help the music industry.
Yeah.
And, I would something that I've always liked to do is videotape. So I just started videotaping and posting the music, and, I get people from all over the country, and I love it. Although it's not DJing or anything like that, it's still, I feel like I'm doing my little part.
Hey, as long as you do your part and you support, you're in there. You're good.
Yes.
Definitely.
And then Hen Dog asked me to join him on this show. So I was like, because I'm not really good at talking, but I said, you know what, maybe this will help me get a little bit more comfortable with public speaking.
Yeah, definitely. Some people I know a lot of people who have done radio who are just terrified of public speaking. I'm like, how are you going to do radio and you're terrified of speaking? Like, let me tell you something. When I was with the Harlem Globetrotters for like 5 years, 5 seasons.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
And I was the DJ, the MC, the announcer. You wore a lot of hats in that show. First class, top-notch organization.
Wow.
The story with that is my buddy, I'm on my socials. I'm DJing at a bar and club, and I come home, and my homie posts something from, like, Germany. I'm like, what are you doing in Germany? So I hit him up. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? He goes, man, I'm on with the Trotters. I'm like, well, look out. Something pops up. some months pass by and he calls me and I'm getting set up for a gig at a quince, right, Hen Dog? And I'm set up for a quince.
Exactly.
He calls me, hey, bro, send me your stuff. That's not the word he used, but send me your stuff. I'm like, what you got? He goes, send me. Somebody left or whatever. So I sent him my stuff and he calls me the next day. No, they got somebody. I'm like, oh, all right, cool. A couple of months passed. And again, it's another gig at a bar downtown in San Antonio, my regular. I was a resident at a bar downtown in San Antonio, and he calls me Saturday. I'm sitting there, hey, bro, send me your stuff. I'm like, bro, ya te lo mandé dos veces. Yeah, no, bro, send it again. So I sent it to him again, and sure enough, I get a phone call. They fly me to Atlanta. I audition, and I'm on board with the Globetrotters, right?
Wow.
So they're based out of Atlanta, Georgia, right? So they fly me to Atlanta. You learn the gig, and in my very first year, they send me to Europe. So Germany, France, Italy, London, Switzerland, Sweden. I mean, that whole tour. It's my first year with the Globetrotters. Now, Hen Dog, you've got experience and you know what you know, but when you're with an organization like that and you're overseas, it's a lot of pressure, right? So you suck it up, do what you got to do. And I cut my teeth overseas doing that. But I say that to say, you need to do what you need to do to make it work. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's been awesome. All over the world. I went to the Coliseum. I saw the tower. So many things that I never would have done had I not got on board with them. So right place, right time. Y no te fastidies, no te quejas. Look, do the best you can, put your best foot forward, and you'll get it done. But great times.
That's
I've been
that
to
is
every
so
state.
amazing.
I've been to every state here in the continental U.S. I've been overseas. Been around the world. With the military, I was in the Navy. I'm a Persian Gulf War veteran. I've been around the world in the military too. So again, world travel. I'm not trying to pop my collar again, but it's only bragging if it's not true, right? So if it's true, then they're done that. So I'm just here to give back in any way I can. I got movies in me, Valavision, Spurs, done some acting, trying to break into some boxing announcing. So yeah, whatever I can do to help, no está comunidad. And again, I'm very, very community forward, man. If I can help with something and help raise money, or if you can use me to do something or whatever, great. So any voiceover stuff, any radio stuff, any DJ stuff, you guys let me know. I'm glad to do it.
Wow, that's incredible. I said you've done so much, and you should be very proud of yourself.
I am. Thank you so much. It was work. It was work, but yeah, you're here. Yeah, it ain't easy. Yeah.
See, Hen Dog, maybe one day you can make it overseas, right?
Oh, bro. And when I came back, I picked up Hen Dog. I picked up some records, man. I came back like, bro, y'all, what y'all know about this? And I'm playing stuff like, bro, like they're jamming this in France right now. They're jamming this in Germany. Where about? In Stockholm, Sweden, or in Luxembourg, Germany, or in Italy. And we were in Milan.
Exactly.
And you do the show, and how it works is you go to the show in Milan. We're in Milan, Italy, and we do the show. And after the show, there's a bus time in the morning, right? Because you're on a bus. It's a tour. It's tour life. So you're on a bus in the morning. Okay, 10 o'clock bus time, lobby call. So, okay, you're at a hotel, you stay. But if the show's over early, a lot of times you're on the road. The guy, hey, bro, let's go hit up. Okay, so we go out there. I'm single dude, so I'm going out there. Yeah, what's up? And you go to these clubs, and it's not me they care about. You're with the Globetrotters. So these big, old, tall 6-footers with the Globetrotters, and I get in with them. I'm like, hey, what's up? So they go do their thing, and I immediately, Hen Dog knows, you run right to the booth. Hey, man, what you got? What's going on? And I listen. You're talking to microphone, and there's some beats overseas, bro, that are just hitting right now in the States that were overseas. And I was like, oh, my gosh. So I brought back some music, and when I brought back music, I was playing bars. And, bro, what is that, man? Don't worry about it. Don't worry, just jam to it. DJ, it's a DJ thing. You don't want to give your stuff away, man. You cover your labels up and all that. But I said that to say music is a generation and is an outlet that everybody enjoys, no matter what genre it is, no matter what it is. It's awesome. So yeah. But you're gonna get there, Hen Dog. You probably get out there overseas doing some stuff for sure. Just keep at it, my brother. Keep at it.
Hey, I'm trying, man. We're all striving on our show, man. We're all striving. Daniel Martinez puts right here, Hen Dog will make it to Mars with his aliens that blow away.
Right? Yeah, in New Mexico, right?
And then he put spring 2025. Angel y Grupo Fantásticos want to set up a lot of gigs in Nuevo Mexico.
There you go.
There you go. See.
In New Mexico, I did let me ask you this. I did a gig. I did a boxing gig in, is it Mescalero?
There you go. Yep.
Mescalero. We were in Mescalero. It was at a casino. Give me a minute. I'm good with Inn of the Mountain God Casino.
There you go.
Does that sound
Yes, sir.
familiar? Yeah.
Wow.
We did a boxing match in there. I went to New Mexico. Beautiful. In Mexico is like, it's kind of like Texas, kind of like El Paso. It's mountainy and it's flat. It's God's country out there. There's little towns, and then you drive for a little bit, you know, I know that. So I'm familiar, but I'm not familiar. But I think that, and I get asked this a lot. If you leave, where are you gonna go? I'm like, well, first off, I'm not leaving. But if I did, I probably would go west. I would do Nevada. I would do New Mexico. I wouldn't do California so much, but Nevada or Mexico, I would do that. So yeah, but I say that to say when we were there, it was beautiful. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. It was awesome up there. So real cold. It was cold, but it was.
You probably came down when it's their cold season, man.
Unfortunately, I'm like, what? This is new. It's supposed to be hot out here, bro. I'm freezing down here. But it was beautiful. I enjoyed it. It was nice experience.
Yeah, I always thought it was hot over there.
In Texas, of course.
No, in New Mexico.
Oh yeah, I did too. I'm like, I'm in a t-shirt. I'm like, hey, whatever. No, hombre, me puse la chaqueta. It was crazy, man.
Oh my gosh, how fun! I said I need to get out over there a little bit more. I said I don't travel, like I do a lot of road trips, but normally just in the state.
Yeah, okay.
I need to get out of the state.
Yeah, you need to just experience and travel and see the world when you can, man. So
Yes.
take it from me. I'm an old dude. You gotta experience everybody else, man. It's cool to be home, pero y no hay nada como tu cama, ¿verdad? But when you go out and do
Right.
some stuff, you gotta check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like when we go to out of town, like San Antonio, we do a lot of the music stuff, the Conjunto
Okay.
Festival,
Okay.
try to attend a lot of those events. And I said, there's nothing like sleeping in a comfy bed, but nothing like your bed.
Nothing like your bed. Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm
Even though
traveling,
they're,
doing some stuff, no, hombre, yeah.
yes, it's good to be home at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So, Hen Dog, you got any other questions right there?
For Nino Brown, no.
Ask
man.
me anything, man. Your viewers, your listeners, you got me. I made some time.
I know.
Shoot away, man. There's nothing off limits. You let me know what's up. We're ready.
I am just so impressed with all of the things that you've
Yeah, all the
accomplished.
stuff you've done.
And the music has opened all these doors for you.
Definitely.
Acting and all of that, because probably if you weren't a DJ, it wouldn't have gotten you to go into acting, the different things.
Yeah.
Or is that something that you wanted to do since?
Oh, I've always loved music. Desde que estaba chiquillo, my mom would tell me that music was my babysitter. She would tell me that she would put me in front of the radio, and I'd be in it forever in a day just listening. So I've always enjoyed music, all kinds, of course. But when you go to the cookout, to the get-togethers with abuelita, and you hear the Spanish music, the conjunto music, you hear the Tejano music. It's like a norm. It's a staple in our culture, in our community. You cannot go to a gathering that you're not listening to Spanish music, no matter what it is. So kind of grew up with that and have always been attached and loved music. And then as you get older, you get into your high school and little college days, and you're into the hip hop and the rock and stuff. So I'm an 80s baby. So I grew up in the 80s. So for me, the 80s genre is the best genre of music. I don't care what nobody says. 80s is the best genre of music. But all kinds of music, man, I've always liked it. And as a DJ, and Hendog, you might be able to relate, or any of your viewers that are listening that are DJs, I find myself, the three questions that I get asked when you're DJing: what do you listen to when you're not DJing? What do you like? And then how do you focus on it? Well, what do I listen to when I'm done with the gig? My answer is absolutely nothing. I turn the radio off. I roll the windows down, because in your head you're just all night con la música, ¿verdad?
Right.
I drive back, and you're getting home from the bar and club 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, right? And you roll the windows down, just nothing but air, just tranquility. You're just chilling, getting to the house, gotta unwind. Second, what kind do I listen to is 80s. Again, 80s for me is the best kind of music to listen to.
Exactly.
And then lastly, I can't emphasize this the most. It's not necessarily, and to your point, if I hadn't been where I've been with music and DJing, opening contacts and making connections or whatever, that's true. But it's not necessarily like who you know or what you know. It's the relationships that you have with people when you network with people. So if you have to have a good relationship with people that you deal with, if this guy's Hen Dog has, let's say, for example, 1,000 followers today or whatever, and we've done this and we're bonded and we're cool. Tomorrow, Hen Dog could be like at 1 million listeners or followers or whatever. And if I have something that I can help him and he can help me with, you kind of share that. You know what I mean? So a lot of it is the relationships, especially as a DJ. The relationship
That's
that
right.
open up a gig with you, a promoter. You make connections with other promoters, and hey, man, I got this. Well, I got this artist. Okay, great. Let's talk numbers. Let's sit down. Let's go to the pay window. So it's all about the relationship that you have and build on those. Try not to burn. I know it's hard sometimes to burn bridges or whatever. Porque este vato nomás no y me dijo que esto. I get all that. Been there, done that. Right. I used to manage a club called Graham Central Station here in San Antonio.
Oh, wow.
So I booked bands. I paid them out at the end of the night. I gave Hendog a picture of me and Emilio that I sent a friend of the show. I've got pictures with a lot of these artists, and a lot of these artists, you kind of get to know and you have rapport with them. You've introduced them. You see them. Nomás saluda. You know, they're just like us, man. They put their pants on one leg at a time. They just have a talent and they sing. Some of them, más que otros, se la llevan. You know what I mean? But as long as you're cool with them and you have those relationships, you will always be welcome at a spot. So I can't emphasize that enough. It's about the relationship that you make as well. So
That is great advice.
yeah.
Very good. And it's so true.
Yeah,
Uh, Daniel Martinez says, I love the old Tejano music. Freddie Fender,
yes.
Agustin Ramirez, Falcon Jimenez, and so on.
I think he meant Flaco Jimenez, but
Oh.
yeah,
I was like, who is that?
yeah. Valdemar Huerta. That's Freddie Fender's real name. So Freddie Fender, Agustin with the Texas Tornadoes. Flaco and Santiago were a staple at my house with the accordion and conjunto music all day. So yeah, definitely. I'm an old school cat with a lot of old music, La Mancha and Sapo and Dropa and Ram and Jay and David. And I mean, you name it. I've been there, done it. And it's been such a talent. It's who we are. It's our culture, right? It's our music. So definitely.
Me growing up, because I'm from McAllen, so growing up, I remember on the weekends watching Aquí Rogelio and those shows in the mornings.
Okay.
That's the music that we listen to.
For me, the what's the word? The level or the point or the benchmark was, if you don't know who Chapulín Colorado was, you can't talk to me. If you don't know who El Chavo was, La Chilindrina, you can't talk to me. Right. If you don't know who Sabo Juante is, you can't talk to me. If you don't know who Cepillín is, you can't talk to me. You know what I mean? So that was always the benchmark for me. And I know I don't know what's it's the light or not. I know I'm a kind of light-skinned Mexican, but don't get it twisted, man. I'm all about me and my culture, so definitely.
Right. That is awesome. Now, Hen Dog that was probably before his time.
I know it was before Hen Dog.
Because he's a baby. He's a baby.
He was probably sucking on bottles, listening to dun 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 dun.
You're too much, man. You're too much, Nino.
Love it.
But I think every once in a while he surprises me that it's like, okay, how did you know about this? He goes, because my parents used to listen to all of this.
Definitely.
And that's where he gets it from. But I said, every once in a while he'll surprise me, really.
That's good. That's good.
I don't even know that.
Yeah. It's just our culture is rich in heritage and music and family, very family based. So yeah, I love our culture. There's good things about it. There's obviously bad things about it, but that's everybody. But I love being who I am. I wouldn't trade it for the world. So yeah.
Yes. Well, you've done very well. Very good.
Thank you.
Doing a lot for your community. Hopefully we'll be able to do a little bit to help out this the music industry, the artists and stuff like that too.
Definitely.
And sí, no cantaban con mi
astucia.
Astucia.
Chavo. Chavo.
I was like, what?
No, he's talking about Chavo. Danny, you get it, Danny. Martin, you get it, homeboy. He got it. He's in the building.
It took me a minute. I was trying to read. My Spanish reading is not that great. That's why.
Yeah. No, I got it. When you said no cantaban, I knew exactly where he was going. Yeah.
I remember that. I said growing up, that's what I used to watch también. Growing up in the valley, it's like we used to watch a lot of películas mexicanas on the weekends. We go to the drive-in, or if you're in McAllen, there was a Cine El Rey. Right there and down. Okay. Yes.
Well, in San Antonio, some years back, we had a Spanish theater called La Alameda, and it was downtown San Antonio, and they did Spanish cines there. I remember growing up, my grandma would take me. She would view. Oh, and that's if you ask me what you didn't ask me, but I'm going to tell you, my favorite kind of music is mariachi.
Oh, I love
Love
mariachis,
mariachi.
rancheras. Yes.
Pedro Infante, Pepe
Hmm.
Aguilar, Chente. Like my grandma would take me. Speaking of that, we'd go to the Alameda, was a Spanish movie thing, and you see
Right.
those guys in movies, and you're like, and I'm like, man, this guy, and he would
Bigger
just
than
sing it
life.
con el traje y todo. I'm like, bro, I was like, that's kind of got me rolling, man. I would love it. I would love it.
I know. It's like I've always wanted to wear what do you call it? The mariachi uniforms, but the girl ones, of
Yeah,
course.
yeah, of course, of course.
I
Yeah,
said
I would.
they look so beautiful and
Yes, and those voices, man. There's if you can do
I
mariachi,
know.
listen. If you can sing mariachi, you can sing anything. So
I can't
love
sing
that.
anything.
I wish I could. I've got a voice, but I can't sing with it. I could just
I
talk.
can't even sing
I
in the
wish.
shower. It's terrible.
I
But
wish
I
I
love
could.
music. But
Yeah,
I
I
do
do
love
too. I
it.
wish I could. I wish I could definitely. Yeah, but those that's the kind of stuff that I grew up with. Mariachi music is beautiful and it's romantic and it's our essence and it's who we are. And you can just have
Yes.
that with a charro coming out on a horse and he's galloping and he's in his head. I mean, that to me, eso es lo que se define un mexicano de verdad, ¿verdad? Like you're that dude, you're that guy. You're gonna do what you're
Hmm.
gonna do. I love that. Love that. I've loved that, and I live by that. That's great. If I'm walking by and I heard mariachi song, I'm like, and I'll come back and listen to it. Love mariachi
Yes,
music, definitely.
exactly. That's why I
Yeah.
like going. So sometimes right there at the Riverwalk in San Antonio, when they come out there and they'll play, I don't know if it's a mariachi, but it's a few guys.
Mm.
It may not be the whole band, but
Right, but they do
that's
something
really
definitely.
nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
definitely.
And I said, and we're a little bit, we get influence from all over the place,
Yeah.
not just, it's not just Tejano music. It's, we get our, like norteño music and country
Conjunto. Yeah.
music because we're
Oh
over
yeah.
here too.
Funny you
So a
mentioned
little,
that. It's funny you mentioned that's the movement right now. That's the
yes.
movement right now. I did an interview with somebody, and I did an interview with I forgot her name. She's on Freddie Records. Shouts out to my buddy Mark over at Freddie Records. I asked what the movement was with because Mexicanos love country music, and that's kind of the
Yes.
genre. Mexicanos are
Exactly.
singing country music, so
Hmm.
that's kind of the deal now too. We can reach over it and do country because Mexicanos like country. So I asked what their opinion was and what they felt about Mexicanos singing country, what that genre was like. Are you selling out? Are you not real with it? Are you trying to take someone's genre? Are you trying to cultural appropriations or what? And everybody I spoke to, Mexicanos y artistas, me dijeron, no, that's us, especially in Texas. I mean, we love
Yes.
country. So if you sing country in Spanish, that's more that gives it another level. That's a whole nother level with that. So
Exactly.
I love
and
it.
and and that's one thing. I'm part of the Guadalupe Awards, and that's a new category that we entered into our awards.
Definitely.
I
Yeah.
said I love that. I've been pushing because I love that music. So I've really been trying to push to get, you know, because I said there's so many country bands, that Tejano country bands,
Hmm.
that, it's like I don't think the Tejano Music Awards does a country category, do they?
I don't think so. In the past they haven't. Maybe they'll
Yeah,
open it up soon, but I don't
yeah,
think so.
exactly. I said they need to have, a place where they can, be recognized. And it would be nice to do it in Tejano,
Yeah.
instead of, just doing it like the CMA or, the
Right.
CMA of Texas.
And I think that it works both ways because Emilio,
Hmm.
Jay, Emilio, Ram, and Michael that I know of crossed over and did country records that were good. Emilio did Even
That's
If I
right.
Tried. Emilio did Even If I Tried and End of the World.
Hmm.
Michael did Looking for Love. Um, Jay did On This Side of the Door. And Ram did Never Ending Love. So there's Tejano artists who are crossing over who are singing country records that are hit that we vibe to, we get off to. I'm like, hey, so if it's
Exactly.
good for you, then let's do it in Spanish too. So you should vibe to that. And that's what I mean. Open up that genre, open up that, that onda right there. We can do just about anything, man. So
Yeah.
definitely.
Exactly.
Yeah,
We don't,
definitely.
don't limit ourselves, right? Just
Exactly. Exactly.
keep
Especially in
expanding and
Texas.
growing.
How you not gonna do
Exactly.
country in Texas? We're in Texas, man. You gotta do country. So yeah, definitely.
That's right. I saw that. Who is it? It's Sunny Salceda and
Mhm.
Eddie Gonzalez, and
Yes.
I think somebody else is doing they're redoing, what's the song? Oh my goodness. It's
They
a
were doing
country song.
a country
Yeah.
track. Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah, I
Yeah,
saw
a lot
that.
of
They
our
were
artists, a lot of our artists are kind of reaching over and crossing over to do country, and I think it's as long as, and I go back to what I said before, you can pull it off, great. Pero si no puedes, quédate con el acordeón y el bajo and do what you got to do. But you know, and artists or some artists, not all, but some artists are very, very. "Oh, I got this." No, bro, no, bro. I'm that guy. I'd rather be honest with you and tell you the truth than
right.
lie to you and tell you, you know what I mean? I'll tell you, listen, well, work on this or maybe do this. I'm not going to be an ass about it, but you'll think la verdad. And this is just my opinion. You know, who am I? But I'll tell you straight up. I'm the kind of guy that I don't dance unless I hear music, and I don't scratch my hair unless it itches. I keep it 100 with everybody. Hen Dog knows that. I'm real with it. Yeah, definitely, definitely.
So Nino, what is some advice that you like to give to somebody that wants to do um how can I say this? Not
I've been giving out advice all night, baby. What you need? I'll tell you what.
um for somebody who wants to do voiceovers or like behind the scene, like at the award shows, and
Okay. Um,
what kind of advice can you give somebody who wants to do something like that?
Well, it's difficult because now everybody thinks that, well, I can do it. I can, again, same thing with music. You've got to have a presence, tone, diction, pitch, and brevity. Those five words. Tone is how you speak up here or you speak down here, right? Brevity is how fast you do it. Pitch. Am I pitching this real quick when I say something, or am I taking my time when I say what? All those things come into announcing and making your voice, and when people hear you, it makes a difference. People think I can read that, I can do that. You're just gonna go out there and read it. Well, no, if you're doing a boxing event and coming to the ring weighing 240 pounds, here is, a hand dog, or coming to the ring at this time weighing 240 pounds from, so you have to put a little taco into it. You know what I mean? So the advice that I would give is just learn your craft. Just like when you DJ, you can't just overnight
Practice.
and spin records. You got to learn how to beat match, how to break mix, how to scratch, how to cut, all that. You got to fade, you got to craft. It takes time. You can't just jump into it. So step one, prepare your voice, right? You have to have a great voice to have that, because anybody can say that they can date, but are you good at it? You can be in the building, but are you at the top level or you're at the ground floor, And then practice, learn your craft. My guys, for me, there's, I think it's Gallegos. He's a Spanish announcer. Lupe Contreras is another Spanish announcer that does that. They do ring announcing. And those are the guys that I listen to, porque son mexicanos and they got that voice.
Right.
But there's the Buffers, and there's the Jimmy Lennon Juniors, and there's the David Diamante. There's the guy with the big dreadlocks. I know you've seen him with the glasses. That's David Diamante. Those guys can do it, but you have to style your voice to a certain way. Just like music, everybody borrows. Let me take this track from Return of the Mac, Hen Dog. Let me put, Warren G. You put those samples together, so everybody borrows. It's the same thing with voiceovers and using your voice. Take what Buffer does, take what Jimmy Lennon does, Tepalupa does, and then spin it and make it your own. And if it's good and it's successful and people buy it or they like it, they're gonna call you. But it's not overnight, bro. It takes a minute. Everybody, we live in a world where it's instant gratification. You get online and bum, it's instant grat. Not with this, not with something that you have a passion for, you want to get into. It's gonna take time. Nothing happens overnight. Everybody sees the success. Now, listen, he's an overnight sensation. They found him on the internet last week, and here he is. But you don't know, 4 or 5 years he's been trying to do this until finally he got on. So it takes time. So my advice is hone your craft, learn your craft, and then just practice in the mirror. Record yourself. Listen to yourself back. Are you pronouncing every word that you're saying, or are you slanging it, or are you pitching it, or you put an accent to it? Mucha gente en veces, porque hablas español y hablas en inglés, en veces no sale igual los dos, and they're going to be very, very critical of that. Especially, let's be honest, of who you are and your Spanish surname, you're going to get a little pushback. Let's be honest, there's a lot of gatekeepers, and they'll look for any little reason to pull your name out of that hat. So the advice that I was told, and I was coming up by my family, don't give them a reason to pick at anything. You be perfect at what you do, the best you can do. And that way there's no excuse. So that's what I would say.
Hey, we appreciate that advice, man. I'm gonna take
Definitely.
you up on that, man.
Definitely, I got you, Hen Dog. I got
Nino,
you, man.
Nino Brown coming up on an hour and 8 minutes on our show, man.
Oh my
I know
God, it's
you.
been an hour. Wow. I'm talking too much. Shut up.
No, that was awesome. I love listening to you.
No,
Thank you.
no,
Wow,
we
I hope
just
that flew
give
by,
you
man.
thanks, man, to not just only your, like I said, not just yourself, man, but the whole crew at Velevisión TV, man, for letting you come in and sit
Thank
in
you.
with us for about an hour and 8 minutes, man. And I know you don't do podcasts, but I
I don't.
appreciate your time and
Of
everything you
course, it
do
was worth it.
for
It was worth
our
it. Yeah.
cultura, man. Is there any last words you like to say to your family, your friends, or anything out there, man?
Just let me do a plug for Valavision TV. Don't forget to watch us on Roku, Facebook. Shout out to the Valavision family, Ray and Roy Valadez. Thank you for the opportunity. Catch Noticias con Nino. Catch all our shows out there. Thanks to you guys, New Mexico Hen Dog. You guys doing the podcast for me. I don't do podcasts, but it was very much worth it. Thank you so much. And I'm not a religious person, but you know what? God is always going to put you where He wants you to be. Whether you're whatever works for you, whatever higher power is. Ten la fe. We're Mexicanos, and we grew up with our faith. Ten la fe. When it looks like it's darkest, you never know He's going to pull you out of that and put you right where He wants to be. So, whatever it is, artist, promoter, musician, DJ, just keep at it, man, because we're the majority, not the minority no more. So, keep pushing
That's
forward.
right.
So,
Thank you so much for
Thank you so
joining
much, Nino.
us.
thank you guys.
We
Appreciate you
appreciate
guys.
it.
All right, thank you, man.
All right.
Oh shoot, right here. That's right. That's Nino Brown, man. San Antonio. He's been around the block, man, numerous years, man. And what an honor it is, Mary, to have such talented guests on
Yes.
our show, man. Nino Brown. He's been around, man. He does great voiceovers. I think I'm gonna have him do a couple of voiceovers for our shows and our introductions. And I mean, think I gotta fork out some money for him. All right, so sponsorships, I need you, man. No, man,
That's
giving Nino
right.
Brown a good time, man, a hard time, man. He's a good friend of mine, and like you said earlier, man, we touched base, at the Calamo studio, and then we're at the Sangre por Sangre, with Jesse Borrego, and then we're at the Pura Vida Awards, and I mean, you just meet a lot of great people and just stay humble, man. And I like his vibe. He's got a great vibe. Hopefully, this is not
Yes.
his only time on our show, and hopefully we can get Izzy with Pura Calidad on our show. Hopefully we can get maybe the owners of Valavision TV on our show. Maybe we can get Roy Valdez on the show. Hopefully they're tuned in out there. Hopefully they hear my urgent message. No, just kidding. Mary, what an awesome gentleman, right? Humble, right?
Yes,
Humble, right?
yes. I love to
Um,
listen when especially all the work he does for the community. That's amazing. And that's one thing,
exactly.
it's like very important to give back. Yeah.
I just want to say
So,
thank you to all our peoples, man, all our sponsors, all our moderators out there, man, doing their hard work, man. I want to give a shout out to the owners of the show, man, Larry, Linda, who own the show, and then also the managers, Paul and Jessica. That's right, man. They're the managers of the NM Talk Show. Proud sponsors, Hen Dog Promotions, New Mexico Radio Talk Show, Familia Candelaria, TGF Talent, and we just want to say thank y'all so much. God bless, man. If I don't see you guys on Sunday on social media, all right, you guys have a wonderful weekend. And please drive home safely if you're going to have some alcoholic beverage. But please go check out the Crazy Pimps at El Social, hosted by La Huera Promotions. That's going down in Houston,
tomorrow
Texas.
night. Tomorrow night.
And that's going
We will
down,
see
ladies
you
and
there.
gentlemen. Any last words for our beautiful fans out there, Mary Ellen, before we head out?
No, just I want everybody just to have a safe weekend, okay? We want to see you back next week, okay? So play it safe. If you're out there drinking, get yourself a designated driver.
Exactly. Look at this great comment that we got right here from Valavision TV. Blessed and thankful for all the support from New Mexico Radio Talk Show. Hey, amen, brother.
Oh,
Thank y'all
that's so
to
sweet.
Valavision TV
Thank
out there. Thank
you.
y'all for the kind words out there. Be sure to follow us, man. We're on Roku. We're on YouTube. God bless you guys. Thank y'all. Have a safe weekend. We'll see you guys on Monday. And please do not do anything we wouldn't want you guys to do. God bless. Have a good night.
Good night.
Otra vez vuelves llorando por otro, herida del alma y del corazón. Otra vez vienes buscando los brazos que calman tus penas y alivian dolor. Otra vez vuelves buscando ese tonto que siempre te acepta sin condición. Otra vez vuelves sabiendo que hay alguien quien quiere quererte, quien quiere tu amor. Otra vez vuelvo a caer en tu trampa, pensando que ahora me querrás de verdad. Otra vez sigo viviendo esta mentira de nuestro amor. Otra vez vuelvo con mi cariño a juntar los pedazos de tu corazón, para que otro, cuando te alivies, disfrute tus besos, disfrute tu amor.